Too rusty, part out. You know what? That's perfect for us. We'll just drive that down the road, drive her home.
Yeah, so mice got to this.
Oh.
I hate to tell you, but that's the lower control arm.
Oh. The lower control mounts are actually, the lower control mounts on the ground. Tired of trailering stuff home. We're gonna do the right thing, and we're gonna grab the welder. I want to feel the thrill of maybe dying.
Oh. Oh, that's right. Oh, dang. I'll be happy if we can just drive it.
I mean, it's a manual. You could stop it still.
She's a great downer, I'll tell you that. Now, the reason why we're driving it home, I'm still trying to find that reason.
For the thrill. We got something rare for you guys today. We're gonna do something common. Kind of crazy, I know. We usually do the most uncommon things possible. Do the compilation of hard things.
Nice. You die of different kinds of fumes.
Have you ever turned the engine over? So we decided to do something for ourselves. Do something real easy like. It has to have somewhat of a twist because it is us nonetheless. What we got sitting here, gosh, I probably should look at the listing again. It's an 83 Ford Mustang GT350. Yeah, it's not just a regular GT. I saw this come up. This is from somebody we actually know. And this man is religious about Fox bodies. And he posted on there, too rusty, part out. And I'm like, you know what? That's perfect for us. We'll just drive that down the road, drive her home. I made a deal with him. It's, I think it's fairly complete. We'll look here in a second. It's sweet. It's very bad underneath. He said that's why it's a part out car, because I don't know if the rear end's attached to the frame anymore, but we're gonna drive her home and not only be lethal to us, but also to everybody on the road. I almost said a World War II reference. Okay, let's take a look at this little feller. It's got holes by the sunroof. It's not bad though. So it's flooding really bad around here. So that's how much water is probably in this vehicle. More rust. Here, no, go back over here. There's the door panel, GT350. One piece spoiler. I think he was telling me that that sells for some kind of money. Backstory here that we don't need to talk about, but I'm gonna go into anyway. I've owned about 10 Foxbody Mustangs and Alex has owned 0. I'm somewhat competent in these vehicles and somewhat not. This obviously is gonna be pretty easy. This is still, the reason why we bought it is because it's still an easy one to work on. So this still has, there's a sticker bush just ready to wreck. There she is. Oh, that's what it's missing. It's missing a fan. We're gonna have to grab a fan. Dual snorkel intake though, those are worth some bucks. Let's talk about engine quick before we keep going. 5.0, obviously. I think it's an HO motor, which is sweet because the HOs came with the dual snorkel. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong, but if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. She's already got some headers on her. Fantastic. It's not complete under here, as I thought I remembered, but here's the background on the situation of the vehicle. It's just passed on by a bunch of hands and been touched inappropriately and destroyed and let sit until you see us here. So we are gonna try to get this running for the first time in probably 15 years. I think he said definitely was 15 years because he's had it sitting here since 2012, I think. And then a little bit before that, the guy never got it running. So there's a good reason for that we don't know. And the other reason we bought it is because of what it's got in the center console. No, it's not what we paid for the car, not the cash, but it's a little dangly stick right there.
Oh, I like.
Does it dangle? Oh, there you go. See, she's dangly. She's got the throws of a Mack truck. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We'll tell you guys the real plan after we start wrenching on this sucker and getting her to pop off. We've got a Duraspark box, which is what always goes bad. And we've got a plethora of parts that we're gonna throw at it and see if we can make her purr like a kitten again. So on Fox bodies, it's always the shock towers, the torque boxes, and the torque boxes in the back that go bad. And if we've got roof rust, we definitely have torque box rust. Put this up on a jack, I don't think we'll be able, it'll probably just go right through the fucking frame rail. Don't tell me it's a throttle body injection. Oh gosh, beautiful. That's a 4-barrel with a lot of mouse. Look at all the mouse droppings. Dude. It's a Motorcraft. That's a, gosh, dude, what the heck? That's an interesting looking Motorcraft. I was expecting one of those typical boys. This might be a factory 4-barrel car. That'd be sick. We've got this guy that's just vacuum that's into nowhere. Something cut the 3rd wire down there. Oh no, dude, that was definitely eaten.
Oh, we've got oil.
Do we want to take a really big chance right now?
Open this.
No. Go press on it before we open it. So since the bottom of the car is extremely rusty. Is that pressure? Oh. I can hear the booster doing booster things. So this is the nice part about working on an 80s vehicle, because most of the time you get a little bit more lucky than the 60s and 50s and semis.
Everything else.
Let's pull some plugs, and since she hasn't ran in forever, and let's throw some Marvel in them, and maybe even just change the plugs, since we have plans for this, at least this.
We're gonna scooch it forward. Did you show them the starter?
Yeah, so this is the key trigger wire from the inside the vehicle. Mouse got to it and ate it all up.
And then the ground.
And then that's not the ground. That's starter wire.
Yeah,
so
starter wire, and then there's no ground.
Yeah, so we're gonna be we running around a little bit early this morning. Also, looks like a mouse got to all of the wires to the freaking alternator. Oh man. Yeah, so mice got to this pretty heavily, because that is, we need all those wires perfect, because that's for the DuraSpark box.
That's no bueno.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to probably grab an electric fan for this, because I feel too badly stealing stuff. So it's gonna be 110 degrees today. So if we do plan on driving this home, we definitely need to
hook up some AC.
We're gonna hook up the AC unit
and recharge it.
Yeah, I think the main fight on this one is just gonna be mice. Hopefully they didn't get under the dash. If they did, then it's gonna be a real fight.
I don't know, man. We still haven't checked the underside yet.
You don't know me, son. You don't know me, son. You're gonna carry the logs. Go get that boat. See the fog lights?
That's an option.
That is an option. It's a high option car because there's that GT350 vibe.
Is it coming out of it? I think on that side? This one's moving now.
One's moving as well.
All right, just keep going forward with it. Let's be lazy. I don't know. Dude, she's tucked. Oh. Oh. What is that?
That's the torque box.
Do you see how far back this tire is?
I hate to tell you, but that's the lower control arm.
Oh no.
It is literally completely off.
And we don't even have a fourth lug on this one.
That's all right. Three's good enough. So I have a really bad habit when I go look at vehicles of making it look more positive than it already is in my mind. And I couldn't get to the side that we're having issues with. We'll address that in a second, but let's just get down to the business real quick. This motor and trans is not gonna stay in this car. We're not gonna restore this car. We're not gonna do basically anything with what is around the drivetrain. As you guys know, if you're on the channel, we did bring home another small Ford that is the complete opposite of this. It's extremely rust-free and beautiful. And that's a Ford Falcon. This motor and trans, after we get this running and driving home, because that's our goal here, is it's gonna go in that Falcon, and that will power our V8 Falcon. It's got a T5 manual, which is awesome. And then we've got this nice 302 with only 94,000 miles. Problem at hand, this car is junk. I thought the torque boxes were just a little rotted, but in reality, the lower control mounts are actually, the lower control mount's on the ground. I am not gonna trailer this, because I'm tired of trailering stuff home. So we're gonna do the right thing, and we're going to we're gonna head about an hour and a half back home, and we're gonna grab the welder, an electric fan, and we're gonna come back and we are going to put this up in the air, hook the 110 welder up to his building, and we're gonna burn in a temporary mount for this side and that side, and it's gonna work great. Not the right thing to do, but I'm telling you what, guys, I wanna feel something. I haven't felt something in a long time, so I wanna feel the thrill of maybe dying.
You just straight up
booty bombed it.
With the 14, I haven't.
That's what she said.
He's doing the old cuck chair.
He's watching in the corner.
We're gonna waste some expensive metal on a piece of junk.
Don't look to your right.
Okay, first things first, boys. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna switch these plugs and wires out. So I'm gonna pull a plug and then replumb the wires because the whole other side is ate through because a mouse had the time of his life.
Make sure to number them so that you remember where they go.
I'm not gonna number them at all. Wish this didn't have this AC unit on it so we could actually get in here real nicely. Here's the first plug, boys and girls. Dark and fouled, badly. They're Bosch's too, they ain't that old. We got some V-powers though to go in here, the NGKs. When I was a kid, I used to watch Monster Jam, and NGK was the lead sponsor. Not MGK for you young people, NGK. I'd be very surprised if the parts store messed up parts for this, because a very common vehicle. Wow, what a bunch of
They got it wrong.
yeah, because they gave us ones we have to make. Dude, they only gave us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 5 in here. Granny, I might have to steal some ignition wires. They gave me 5 wires. MSD, no doubt. That's too nice. How much do I owe you for those?
You want different ones?
No, I'm more than adequate and happy with that. I'm gonna have to bring you more money though. Corroded. Look at all that corrosion. That's nuts.
Oh my gosh.
That's the whole back
I've
of
never
the
seen
wheel.
that.
Gone.
I've never seen that so bright.
Oh my Atlanta. They drove this thing to the ground. Look at that. You want some dust? We could sell that to somebody and make some money. This sway bar got tore out from us pulling on it. We'll just bend her back up in there.
Oh, this is worse than the Lexus.
That's saying something.
It is saying something. I don't know, man. This might be too.
Nothing's ever too. We can't get lucky. Press it. Yep, it's working.
Wow.
It's coming out.
That's pretty lucky.
Dude, it's got a new starter on it. All of the spark plugs are now plugged in. We did have to use one wire, old wire, because we didn't have enough to steal off of a nice rare saline right there. Here's the battery box. It's kind of just, it's kind of mobile right now. So I'm gonna dump it out into the back of my truck where Alex's junk. And we're gonna try to refasten it up so that way we can reuse it. He's not used to heat.
One of these jacks is pretty slow, so I'm just waiting for it to come down like face.
Don't listen to him, he's just being dramatic. We're gonna refasten that puppy down.
Dude, this is the Batmobile. Look at it.
Oh my gosh, what the heck, dude?
Does this one have it? Oh, it's not black, but it's there. That's the Lego Batman symbol. All right, back to what we were doing here. I'm gonna shoot some self-tapper straight down into those lines that are down there so we'd have more electrical problems. We found more holes in the frame. Oh, there's the sway bar.
Just look all the way down there too.
Zoom in on that control arm. That's the control arm we gotta fix later. You might ask yourselves, why are they gonna try to fix this?
Falcon.
Falcon life. You're just being too nice to Alex, you know that?
All people at home.
Oh man. All right, guys, so here's what we're at. We are at new solenoid, new ground wire. Right now, I still gotta connect the starter wire, but I'm gonna connect these battery cables to see if I can turn the key and actually have life itself inside the cabin. That's the plan of action here right now. Are you ready to listen to it? Electrical fire time? Woo! Now, see if any lights come on the dash. Is there no lights on?
There's no light.
The plot thickens. We got some ground wires missing in her, and that's what I think our issue is at this point. Fantastico. Hey, guess what? Belt just broke.
Yep. Why does it sound like it's like misfire?
It'll be a good 302. Okay, so this went to the clutch safety switch. So if we technically wire that to that, and that, and then that will that, and then that is gonna be that. Nope, nothing. Come on, baby. Oh. Just need to get power to the dumb spark box.
Oh, we didn't have a spark?
Oh, no, I just jumped it. I guess we can, let's pull a wire off and then see, and just leave the key on, I guess, and pray. Maybe we can just do it mechanically.
Oh, I see it. Yellow.
Shit, you're right. I'm feeling it. Fire.
Serpentine belt, good to go.
We hit it.
We smoked it with a hammer, and she's kind of loose in there, but we'll pray that we got a tight enough belt, especially after we put the fan on, that it will basically stay there no matter what. At the very least, break. Yeah.
I mean, it
don't move very easy, but
doesn't move upwards where it'll loosen.
so what we're gonna do now is throw the battery in, and probably just juice the carburetor down a little bit, and see what we can hear. Have we ever had any good luck with these bomb guard batteries?
Not really. Nope. Kind of junk.
Oh, that's the wrong way. We need to get something on there. In a perfect world, this thing's gonna sound beautiful. And we're just gonna rip on out of here. Get it? Rip the rear end off. Yeah. Wow. Those HEIs though. The Durasparker? Yeah. The Duraspark boy just turned right on, dude. Alright. I'm gonna try again. He's still on.
These are like true gale force.
Ripping it. Yeah, bowls aren't working. Bowls no working. We did some things. So what we did is we bypassed the ear cord. Alex did that real quick. I added a fuel tank in the back. With all these cuts, everybody's gonna think we just have a crew come in and do this real quick. Crew's leaving.
There they go.
Yep, there he goes. Long story short, got the fuel pump working again. We primed it with some Marble Mystery Horrell.
Oh.
Got the new fuel line up to the carburetor, and we're rolling.
Let's see if we can get her idling.
That'd be fantastic, because she don't want to idle. Try to turn it off.
Well, at least that works.
Dude.
Why is it high idle?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I don't even care. I'm happy with the high idle. The belt went back to where it needed to be too.
Nice.
I don't know why it was doing that. I just wanted to come up and say hi.
Well, I asked if I could leave some of them loose.
Oh, are they still loose?
No, they're tight.
Gosh, dude. This guy's a jokester now. Or turn
What's
the key
this
on.
that's puking?
Oh, that's just a fuel return line. Oh, not yet. Got it. It came out of its lopiness. She's sounding a lot younger. Okay, let's drop this oil quick, and then we'll give her the Marble Mystery oil treatment, and then we're gonna switch paces to our back end, because it's got a manual, boys and girls. You know what that means. No brakes, no problem. Wow, that is leaking bad. My favorite thing about box bodies is the lack of room by your master cylinder, so you always pinch your fingers.
Was there nothing in there?
We'd be very lucky if there's one line that's intact out of this vehicle. All right, go ahead and go. Give me the old pumperoonies.
Oh. 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 Oh, it's right. Oh, dang, dude. Okay, let's look at the other side.
Back it.
I'll be happy if we can just drive it.
I mean, it's a manual. You could stop it still.
You know what? Here's what we're gonna do, boys and girls. We're gonna put the front tires back on it, not touch anything up here. Well, the shock is completely broke loose.
Look at that crack.
Yeah.
So we're gonna not look at any more of this. We're gonna put the tire back on, and
The tower will probably collapse.
I wanna feel something, feel something.
Turn lane being everywhere.
All right, the rest of this we can put in the tank. It's running good enough. I'm not worried about it.
There's a lot of burn off from the coolant because it went all over the header.
We gotta figure out why we have fuel leaking out of this rando over here. This thing is leaking gas like a mother.
There's a couple leaves by the headers.
That's the other.
Catch fire.
Yeah, look at that. And then cap that return line. I don't know why we'd need it, I guess. It might run way better with it, I'd suppose. But we don't really terribly need it. If we do, we'll definitely know right away. Wicks. This is what we need to weld to.
We got Lexus vibes. Worse than that, boys and girls. Well, here, did they see it beforehand? No, they didn't.
Let's let this down and show you. So this is the unibody frame rail right here. That stuff. That's where it needs to be, right there.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about this. I'm just thinking about her. Now we need to get a jack on the pumpkin of the rear end and bring up the angle, and then we could probably weld it in place. What's nice is this got an 8.8 rear end. It's got a 5.0 in the front and got a T5 in the center. She's a great downer, I'll tell you that. Now the reason why we're driving it home, I'm still trying to find that reasoning.
For the thrill.
Always rocking it for the thrill, I bet. Who put the fuel tank back here already? Ignoramus. There's Marlboro's in here. Is that a 5-hour belt? No. What's this gonna say? Somebody got a punch set. 05. Okay. Customer debit record. 05. 05. How many years ago was 05? It's almost 20 years ago, dude.
So either in that amount of time it rusted this bad, or they just throwing back here.
Possibly both.
Holy cow, dude. That is crazy. Jeez.
Hell yeah, dude. That's sweet. Not really, but
Tell them the idea.
I'm thinking we, well, it'd come by taking these guys out, which I hate to do. You know what's crazy? I just paid $800 to somebody for all the panels for black. Anyway, we need to sand, or, well, gosh, dude, this is so wrecked. I'm thinking
There's gotta be something solid there.
There's gotta be something.
Just grind it down.
Grind down, see what we got.
Weld
and then
something
burn
all the way
something from
across.
here to right here. And all the way across. That way, if we hit a bump, it just takes the whole floor.
Yeah.
Found out the idea. That's solid as could be.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh, thank you.
you bet.
go to dailydrivendeathtraps.com and win that piece of floor.
Hey, you can repurpose this for the sprinter van.
The van project, yeah, dude.
Oh, God, same thing over here.
What is this? It's in my yaw. It's in my yaw. Sir, you need to come up further so we can get to you. Okay, your flat steel, we're gonna cut a piece of your flat steel. And we're gonna cut this floor out right here too. And we're gonna come up on both sides of that bolt and weld the bolt to your piece of flat steel so it comes up just far enough. And then we're gonna catch it. We're gonna tilt it back. We're gonna catch it and it'll go all the way across right here. Burned in right onto this. Same with that side. And then it will come up, or it'll come and triangulate over to this, wherever I can find something that's gonna work. Oh, this is the build sheet. Honestly, this is pretty sick. That's kind of cool. From on top of this,
I see that. Yeah.
right to that. Bingo, baby. Rednecks for life. This is about the start of this program where everybody's like, just go home and get your trailer. Well, some of us want to be spawned with a hard task today and want to make your life hard. Things are just too easy.
The thing is that even if we weren't recording, we probably would still be doing this.
We would be doing this. Had a failure last week, boys and girls. And you know what that means? That means this week we're not failing.
The only reason we fail is because parts are hard to find for it. So
Yep, exactly. You'll see that on a future episode.
we have probably about 5 vehicles that could be episodes.
Yeah, right now we do. It's crazy.
That's his thinking dance.
What I'm doing right now is I made some brackets. Bracket. This will go on the only solid thing left, which is the bolt. And once we get our center mount tacked into place, we'll plug weld that onto the bolt the best way we possibly can. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side, on this side as well. Obviously when it's up in the air, we'll clear all that, but that goes there, that comes up, boom, bomb, bingo, bang. Did I ever tell you that my first car was gonna be an '83 Burt? And this is exactly what happened to it.
Oh, really? The rest of it?
Yeah, I got it running and driving, and I took it on its first drive. And I went to turn the corner back home, and the whole rear end went sideways, and then back, and then forth, and then I'm like, nope. So we parked it and pulled the engine, that was it.
Was it like sitting on your parents' lawn the whole time?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it sat for, my mom drove the heck out of it, and then it sat for like 10, 15 years and just.
Dude, it's crazy what 10 years can do to something like.
We found a receipt for 05.
Yeah,
Did
05.
you? And we found, you know what? I don't know. Do you like memorabilia?
What is it, the build sheet?
Yeah.
Oh, did you find it on the carpet?
Yeah.
I love finding the build sheets under there because it's usually under the front over there.
See, it was in
under
the back.
Yeah. Sometimes it's in the quarter panel.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I've
Quarter
seen
panel.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's super cool. Why don't you keep that?
Well, I don't think we put this on camera, but the drive shaft was
It was completely dislodged
It was-
from
yeah.
the transmission.
it was not in the trans.
Which is weird because it was actually sitting further forward, which is odd. And
So whenever this let go, it
went
must have went way back and then forward.
which is crazy, I think, because it's got the quad shocks. So we had to put
Undo
a ratchet
the-
strap to bring it back forward.
Oh, yeah.
It's just weird because the quad shock, how this would let it come back that far is beyond me. Because yours like 4 inches or in the T5 transmission. So
Yeah.
to come back that far and then back and forth is just nuts. And then so basically you guys can see what's going on in the back. It's it looks kind of good on camera. It's not as good as it looks, obviously. That side's a lot better than this side because this side still has some garbage going on, and I didn't want to take the time to cut it all out because we don't have the sound zealy. So
And we're gonna need that anyway for the exhaust because the drive shaft rubs on it somehow now.
yeah, so I think we're gonna cut the hanger off the one side and the other side, and then we're just gonna take it off out the H pipe and take the mufflers off and just leave straight cats because we're hot rodders, you know what you know. We're gonna clean up after that exhaust, and we're gonna try to hit the road by, I don't know what time it is,
6:30.
but it'd be nice if we could get out of here about 7, have nobody on the road, because we're gonna put that seat on the back of my truck.
And it's still summer, so the sun doesn't go down by 9. So
Yeah, so we got time. It's a little bit busier of a road, but we're gonna take it probably, I'm gonna see if I can get up to 5th gear or 4th gear, and then that'll be it. And then I'll go back down to 3rd and we'll just weasel it home.
what if we just put it in 2nd gear and go rev limiter all the way home?
I'm down with that.
Oh, hey, summertime sadness.
It's gonna blow out. That would have been a great video, having it blow out going down the road.
Whee!
Yeah, you're zero stop signs the way I can go.
Yeah.
And then pulling in my driveway, I'm just gonna have a front end collision with another car. Yeah, the Corvair will take it nicely.
That nose is worth money then. Probably get $300 for it.
That's too bad. Luckily,
We are all cleaned up. Plan how to do this without brakes.
okay, we're getting ready to take off. Our plan, I think for the first couple miles, I'm just gonna test it out and see what happens. With any luck, all the brakes are gonna drag, and we'll just have to use the engine to make up for it, since we don't have any brakes. Otherwise, we're just gonna use the GMC as an anchor and take it the rest of the way home. It's pretty dead around here, and we wouldn't do this if we were a danger to everybody else on the road. So I don't think we're gonna hurt anybody, and if we will, I'll just put it in the ditch. So, and because we don't need the car itself, we just need the engine. First time on the road, probably 30 years. It's running mediocre, probably because the returns are closed off. But we only got a couple miles to go. All right, let's go through this, boys and girls. We've got the fuel line coming in throughout behind me. We've got 1209. We've been going at it for 9 minutes. We got the sunroof that fell out. We've got the ground and the control arm doing control arm things with the welds. And yeah, no brakes except for that guy. That's the actual emergency. What the hell? That's the actual emergency brake this time. Right now, engine is phenomenal. I'm gonna be honest with you.
the whole reason we bought this car is so far very successful. Transmission shifts like a dream, clutch is fantastic, engine, you can hear it purring in the background. It's phenomenal. It's even got cruise control because the throttle's stuck. It's great. Look at this nice, beautiful night. If this is the last video you see of me, I died.
By the railroad tracks, she's warning me of the
You're so close. It overheated.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. What a butthole liquor. Hopefully I didn't lock it up. Ooh. Ooh. It works. When your water pump's doing that, I think that means it's hot. Thanks, son.
While it's cooling down, we're just gonna push it along for a little bit. Get some exercise.
Why is it so easy to push? Are you pushing?
Yeah, I'm pushing.
I'm barely pushing. We're going.
I know, and we're going uphill too, basically.
We're a light little fella. Oh, rush. Weight reductions helped us here.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you think about it, we only got 5 miles. Well, didn't die. But we're just going for a nice stroll on the windowsill. But you know what? She still turns over great. Tried her out already. Didn't lock her up. Good news is the gauge works. So that's neat. And again, beautiful night. Just a nice night to sit on the door. Oh, I wonder if any storms are coming in tonight. Look at that, guys. Hey, you want?
Coach, you better start running.
No. Who's gonna carry the bout?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. What a corny day.
Wow. Look at that sunset.
That's what I was just saying.
It's pretty nice.
He's coming.
The weld's held up to the tracks. All right, we got it across one of the busiest, and now we're gonna try and get home, which isn't too far. Just gonna drift it right here. Sorta. This is all AI generated.
That last 5 minutes. There's cops, ambulances.
There's an ambulance behind you.
There's an ambulance behind me. I don't know what happened. Had a crisis avert. Let's talk about the worst Foxbody in America. She, despite all odds, we made it home. We made it that 35 miles, let me say. I know it sounds like nothing, but go back in the video and watch. This is terrible. This was the worst idea we've ever had. Don't ever do this if we didn't have any more than 35 miles to go.
If it wasn't AI generated, then.
If this wasn't AI generated, actually you're in the simulation right now, so this is all AI generated. What I got for you guys this time, go out, revive something that hasn't been, is supposed to be revived, make it happen, have a good time doing it, and then go do some sketchy stuff. Yeah, I told you to do it. Go do that sketchy stuff, because in this world, people can take drugs or they can do some adrenaline rushes. And that's what we got here today, boys and girls. We'll see y'all when the Falcon gets a drivetrain out of this beast. See you guys.